just about to start my workout for today. You will not need any exercise equipment whatsoever to follow along with this workout. However, I will be using my jump rope, so if you have a jump rope, go ahead and grab that. The only thing you're really going to need though is something soft beneath you. So grab an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one. If you don't have a mat, that's fine. A towel should probably suffice. If you're working out on a carpeted floor or on grass, you may not need anything at all. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, you can go ahead and use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises very briefly demonstrated and explained, let's go ahead and get into that right now. I'm very pressed for time today, and there are a lot of exercises. So we're going to go through them very quickly, just so that you know what's coming up. All right, so we're going to be starting down on the mat with some crunches. So you're going to come down onto the mat on your back, knees are bent. Now pick up both knees so that your knees are at about more or less a 90-degree angle here. And now you're going to take one leg and bring it so that the outside of your ankle is pressed against the top of your other knee, making like a figure 4 here with your legs. And you're going to press this knee out, like press it towards the wall over there. And you're also going to be tilting your pelvis forward, pressing your low back into the mat. Clasp your hands behind your head, and then you're going to crunch, and you're going to twist your body thoracically and bring elbow to knee. Do your best to continually remember to press this knee out so that you're not tempted to bring knee to elbow, but you want to really twist your body so that you're forcing your elbow to have to come to your knee as much as possible. Okay, so that's the first exercise. Obviously, we're going to do both sides, but then the next exercise is mountain climbers. Very simple, very basic bodyweight exercise. There are different ways to do mountain climbers, so you can do any variation of mountain climbers you want. This is how I will be doing mine. So if you come down here in a plank position, you're going to step one foot in towards your chest. This is your starting position. And from here, all you're going to do is jump and switch the position of your feet. That's it. Super simple. Now, the way I count these is each 2 steps is 1 rep. So you would count them like this. 1, 2, 3. All right, so if you're single counting them, then you're going to double the amount of reps that I'm doing. If you count like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you're going to double the amount of reps, okay? Because I count each 2 steps as 1 rep. And I also like to tap this front knee down with each step. I know a lot of people like to just tuck the knee in and not tap that foot down. So if you prefer to do your mountain climbers this way, that's fine. You do them any way you want. But that's the second exercise. The third exercise is glute bridge raises. So again, you can do any variation you want. I'm going to be doing a 1-leg glute bridge raise, and I'm going to add a toe touch, so another little crunch. So I'm going to start down here on my back. I'm going to have both knees bent, both my feet are flat on the mat. Now I'm going to pick up 1 foot and straighten the leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but I'm not crunching the knee in, I'm just lifting the leg up. And then I'm going to press my heel into the mat and push my hips up as high as I can towards the ceiling, squeezing those glutes at the top, then lower the hips with control. And now I'm going to do a little crunch. I'm going to pick up my opposite hand, come up and tap the toes. And I'm going to alternate legs with each rep. So now I'll put this foot down, lift the other foot, do my glute bridge raise, so pressing my heel into the mat, lifting my hips, squeezing the glutes, lowering the hips down with control, and then tapping the toes with the opposite hand. All right, so if it's too difficult to do your glute bridge raises on 1 leg, then you can keep both of your feet flat on the mat. You can eliminate the crunch. If you want to increase the difficulty, you can elevate your feet on a plyo box or maybe something unstable like an exercise ball. So any variation of glute bridge raises you want to do will work. Next is squat jumps. So for those first 3 exercises, I'll be down on my mat. And as soon as those are done, I'm gonna scooch my mat out of the way. I don't need it for the remaining exercises. So, this is a squat variation. So I'm doing a squat with a jump. You do any squat variation you want. Regardless of which squat variation you choose, make sure your shoulders are back and down. Make sure your chest is lifted high, abs are tight. Make sure you're pushing your booty back so that you are keeping your back flat and keeping the weight in your heels as you sink down into your squat. And then you're going to press the ground away to stand. It's a basic air squat. If you want to just do air squats, fine. I'm going to be just adding a little jump, okay? So shoulders back and down, chest is high, abs are tight, pushing the booty back. I'm gonna sink down into my squat, and then I'm gonna jump up. All right, so any squat variation you wanna do is fine. I'm going to be doing squat jumps, jump squats, squat jumps, whatever you call them. Next is a windmill plus a little oblique crunch. So I'm going to start with my feet wide apart and my arms extended out to the side, like the Vitruvian man, okay? This is your starting position. So from here, I'm going to hinge at the hips. So again, I'm pushing my booty back. I'm keeping my back flat and I'm keeping the weight in my heels. And I'm twisting my body thoracically. And I'm going to bring my hand down to tap the toes on the opposite side. Now, if you have to round your back in order to tap your toes, then don't worry about tapping your toes. You can just tap your knee or mid-calf, whatever, or mid-shin, whatever works for you. It's really important that you're keeping your back flat, okay? So if you are able to come all the way down and tap your toe without rounding your back, great. But it's more important to keep a flat back than it is to touch your toe, okay? So we're going to do our little windmill. And then we're going to return to the starting position. And now the toe I just tapped, I'm gonna pick up that foot, bend the knee, and then I'm going to twist my body thoracically again and bring knee to elbow. Then return to the starting position. Alternating sides with each rep. So now windmill to the other side, oblique crunch. All right, so super simple. You can do good mornings instead if that's easier, and you can eliminate the crunch. Okay, if you want to just do a good morning, you can just clasp your hands behind your head, just hinge at the hips, and keep it right here, okay? So you're not twisting. If you want to add the little oblique crunch, you can just do this. You can do your good morning, and then crunch. Good morning, and crunch. All right, but I'm going to be doing windmills. Next, I'm going to be doing a reverse lunge with a leg lift. For this one, I'm not going to be alternating sides. Just like with the first exercises, those figure 4 crunches, I'm gonna do half of my reps on one side, then half of my reps on the other side. So again, shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high, abs are tight. And again, you wanna think weight in the heel, flat back, weight in the heel. So you're going to start with your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to pick up one foot, take a big step backwards, bend both knees so that both of your knees are at more or less a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to press into this front heel to stand, and instead of stepping this foot forward and returning to your starting position, you're going to leave this back foot behind you and just lift the leg, really squeezing those glutes. So think about taking the back of your heel and trying to touch the ceiling with the back of your heel, trying to lift that leg straight up. All right, so you want to keep the weight in the heel. So again, flat back, shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high, abs are tight, keeping your back straight, keeping the weight in this front heel. So do your best to have about a 90-degree angle in this front knee as opposed to having your knee out over your toes. All right, so step the foot back, lunge, lift the leg. Now, keeping your foot behind you, lunge and lift. All right, so we'll do half our reps on one side, half of our reps on the other side. If the leg lift is too difficult for you, you can just step the foot back, return to your starting position. Just work on your reverse lunges, hold on to something for support if you need it. If you need to shorten up your range of motion, that's fine. I like to tap my back knee to the ground when I do my lunges. But if you don't have that range of motion. In order to do that, then you can be here, that's fine. And if you need to shorten up your range of motion on this step back, you don't have to step back as far. You can step here, work to your own level, okay? Just please make sure you're minding your form and make sure that the movement is under control, especially if you're going to be tapping this back knee to the ground. Make sure the movement's under control, because if it's not, you can really bang your knee into the ground. I've done it, it's not fun. So just please work to your own level, be smart, be safe, listen to your body, make sure you're minding your form. So 1, 2, 3, 3 more exercises left to go. Now I had to write it on a list here because it's so many. I know I'm not going to remember them all. So next is toe taps. So I'm actually going to be using a chair for this. So if you have a chair close by, or a piano bench or a park bench would work great. If you have a plyo box, that would also work great. If you're going to be taking this workout to the beach or the park, you might be able to find like a park bench or like a rock, like a big boulder or something that you can use, or steps. If there's steps there, if you have steps in your home or your apartment complex, you can use steps for this. If you have an aerobic step, you can use that, a weight bench. Okay, any kind of elevated surface will work. The higher your elevated surface, the more difficult this exercise will be. So if the chair is too high for you, you could use like the bottom 1 or 2 steps of a staircase, or you could put a dumbbell or a kettlebell down, something really low to the ground, and use that as a target, a milk crate. Okay, so pretty much anything will work as a target. The lower your target to the ground, the easier the exercise will be, and the higher up your target, the more difficult it will be. But we're just going to tap our toes on our target, super simple. And then again, just like with my mountain climbers, I'm going to double count these. So each 2 taps counts as 1 rep. So I'm going to start with 1 toe on the chair, and then I'm just going to jump and switch the position of my feet twice, and that's 1 rep. So tap, tap, that's 1 rep. So each time I return to my starting position is 1 rep, 2, 3, 4, like that. All right, so super simple. If you don't have anything to use as a target, or it's just a little too difficult, just do high knees, that's fine. You can double count them, you can single count them, it's up to you. All right, so, okay. 2 more exercises left. I lied earlier. I used my mat for the first 3 exercises, and then I said I wasn't using it again for the remainder of the exercises, but I am using it. So next I'm doing transformers. I call them transformers. I've seen them called a lot of different things, but basically you're just going from an elbow plank to a high plank, down to an elbow plank. We do these all the time. All right, so just remember, in your plank position, this is going to apply to the next exercise as well, which is push-ups. I know everybody loves push-ups. So anytime you're in a plank position, make sure that your head is in line with your spine. So imagine that you're standing with your back up against the wall and just gently pressing the back of your head into the wall. That's where you want your head, and you want your head to stay still, okay? You want to make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. So make sure that you are pressing the ground away from you, and you want a flat back. So make sure your abs are super strong and tight and engaged. Use your ab muscles to lift your hips high and keep them lifted high. So what all of that looks like when you are in a plank position is this. Head is in line with the spine, meaning that you're not allowing your head to droop down like this. You're not overcorrecting by hyperextending your neck. Head is in line with the spine. Shoulders are away from the ears, meaning that you're not sinking down into your shoulders. You're pressing the ground away from you so that your shoulders are away from the ears, and your back is flat. So you're not allowing your hips or your belly to droop down towards the mat like this. Tighten up your abs. Use your ab muscles to lift your hips high and keep them lifted high. And then once you've found this beautifully perfect plank position and your body's in one straight line, you want to maintain that straight line. This is for the next 2 exercises. This applies to your transformers and your push-ups. Okay, the only difference is if you're doing push-ups from your knees, that instead of you having your body in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders, your body's going to be in one straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Other than that, everything's the same. Keep your head in line with the spine, shoulders away from the ears, keep the back flat, tighten up your abs, use your ab muscles to lift your hips high and keep them lifted high. So for the transformers, I'm going to be starting down here in an elbow plank, and then I'm going to pick up one hand, place my palm flat on the mat, the other hand follows. Now I'm in my high plank position. And then I'm going to come back down the same way. So I'm going to pick up one hand, place my forearm down on the mat, pick up the other hand, and place my other forearm down on the mat, and now I'm in my elbow plank again. That's 1 rep. So from elbow plank to high plank, back down to elbow plank is 1 rep. I'm going to do my best to switch which hand is initiating the movement for each rep so that I end up even on both sides. It can get a little confusing with this exercise, so don't stress about it too much. But the way I do it is this. So for my first rep, I initiated the movement with the hand that is farthest from you. This hand moved first on the way up, and again, the same hand moved first on the way down. That's 1 rep. So for my next rep, I'm going to initiate the movement with the hand that's closest to you on the way up, and then again on the way down, okay? So just do your best to alternate which hand is initiating the movement with each rep, but that's it, that's transformers. And the last exercise is push-ups. So we already went over how to find your perfect plank pose, and you know that once you're in that pose, nothing moves, okay? Think of your body as literally a plank of wood, like a 2x4, and all you're doing is lowering this plank of wood down towards the mat and then pressing it back up, okay? But from your heels to your shoulders, or really from your heels to the crown of your head, doesn't move. Or if you're doing knee push-ups, your straight line is from your knees to the crown of your head, but nothing moves. So you're just going to bend your elbows and lower your chest as close to the mat as you can. Then press the mat away and push yourself back up. From your knees, it will look like this. Just make sure that you are minding your form, okay? If you cannot get your chest all the way down to the mat, that's fine. Just shorten up your range of motion. All right, so don't compensate. If you can't get your chest all the way down, don't compensate by lowering your hips or your belly down to the mat. Don't compensate by lowering your forehead down to the mat. Just shorten up your range of motion. Get your chest as close to the mat as you can without breaking that straight line. Once you've gotten to that point, press yourself back up. Push the ground away from you. Come back up into that nice high plank pose, and that's your push-up. All right, and that's all 9 exercises. After I have completed all 9 exercises, I'm going to finish with jump rope. So I have Rude Becca here today. If you don't know, Rude Becca is my adorable black jump rope with these cute little white skulls on the handles. If you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there is a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link and use coupon code RudeBecca to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. So I'm going to be doing 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. When I say a set of 100, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the jump rope. I always just kind of jog in place like this one jumping rope. You can jump with your feet together, that's fine. You can do any jump rope variation you want. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the rope. So you're going to count 100 revolutions of the jump rope, that's 1 set, and we're going to do that 5 times. Now 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope takes me somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 minutes. Plus or minus, okay? So if you don't have a jump rope, here are your options. Your first option, you can just eliminate the jump rope sections altogether. That's fine. This will absolutely be a great workout, a standalone workout, if you just do those first 9 exercises I showed you without the jump rope. So that's your first option. Your second option, if you don't have a jump rope, but you do want to include the cardio, it's about 5 minutes of moderate paced cardio. So about 5 minutes of any kind of moderate paced cardio you want to do is fine. So for example, if you have access to an exercise bike or a treadmill or an elliptical or a Stairmaster or something like that, you could just hop on one of those for 5 minutes. If you have access to a staircase in your home or your apartment complex, you could do up and down the stairs for 5 minutes. Or again, if you want to take this workout to a local beach or park that has steps, you can use the steps there. If you have access to the field at your local high school, you could do up and down the bleachers, or you could run around the track for 5 minutes. Okay, so just get creative. Any kind of moderate paced cardio you want to do will work. Plus or minus 5 minutes of moderate paced cardio for those sections where I'm jumping rope. And if none of that's gonna work for you, then you can eliminate the cardio sections, all right? Let's make it easy. So what we're going to do, here's the format. That's all the exercises. Now here's the format. We're going to do 4 rounds. Now, it's going to be, okay, I'm just gonna read this off really quickly. 40 figure 4 crunches, 30 mountain climbers, 30 glute bridge raises, 30 jump squats, 30 windmill plus oblique crunch, 30 reverse lunges, 30 toe taps, 20 transformers, and 10 push-ups. That's our circuit of 9 exercises. And if you add up all those reps, that comes to 250 reps. We're going to do 4 rounds, okay, so 4 times through the circuit. So 4 times through that circuit means 1,000 reps. So absolutely, if you just want to do that circuit 4 times through, that's 1,000 reps. That could be your workout for today. After each round of the circuit, I'm going to be doing 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. So in addition to my 1,000 reps, I'm also going to be doing 2,000 revolutions with my jump rope. Okay, so it's 1,000 reps and 2,000 revolutions. So if you want to just eliminate the cardio sections, it's still going to be a great workout without those jump rope sections. With the jump rope sections, it's going to add a solid 20 minutes or more to my workout, okay? So it's going to be on the longer side. I'm hoping I can finish in under 90 minutes, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It might take me longer than 90 minutes, but it's going to be somewhere in that neighborhood. It's definitely going to be over an hour. Hopefully I can keep it pretty close to 90 minutes, but we'll see. So consider that as well. It's just a lot of reps, so if you want to eliminate the cardio, that's fine, okay? You do what works for you. But I know I went through that really quickly. Please remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video. So everything is going to be written out there. You'll see the list of exercises. It's going to be very clear, very easy to follow. And I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you. I'll talk you through it as we're going, obviously. So watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if anything is unclear with the format and how it all fits together, if you have any questions about the exercises that we are doing today, because I know I went through them pretty quickly, so if you have any doubts about how to do any of these exercises with the correct form, please just ask. It's really important that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout, so that you reduce your risk of injury, and also just so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. And you guys know it is also incredibly important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So I'm always here to help facilitate that. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. And again, I just want to remind you, especially if you're going to be working out along with the video, to make sure that you are going at your own pace and minding your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. So if you're in really good shape, you're almost certainly going to be much faster than I am. That's great. If you get too far ahead of me, just skip ahead in the video, okay? Just make sure you're minding your form. Make sure that you're not losing anything off of your form. If you find that you're racing through the exercises because you're just trying to go really, really fast to say you got a great score, but your form starts getting sloppy, that means you need to pause for a second and slow down a little bit, okay? It's really important, not only that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout, but also that you are applying that knowledge during the workout and actually doing the exercises correctly. Please, I don't want anyone getting hurt. So make sure that you are working to your own level. Modify the exercises if you need to. Reduce the amount of reps if you need to. If you fall behind, either because you are just working at a slower pace than I am, or because you find that you're needing to take longer rest breaks than I am, or you're needing to take rest breaks where I'm not taking a rest break, okay? Fine, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. I'm not going anywhere, okay? When you're ready to resume the workout, press play, I'll be here, and we can resume the workout together. I do want you to challenge yourself to keep your rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need, okay? You should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina that you can continue with good form. Remember, we don't sacrifice our form for speed, so please be smart, be safe, listen to your body, make sure you are working to your own level, make sure you're going at your own pace, and just do your best. Remember that your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. I hope I have covered everything. If you're ready to go ahead and begin the workout, make sure that you have something soft beneath you. So grab an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one, if not, maybe a towel. Grab an elevated surface if you want to use one. So a chair or a plyo bench, a park bench, a piano bench, a milk crate, cinder blocks, any kind of elevated surface will work. If you don't have an elevated surface, that's fine. Remember, you can just do high knees. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today. And now you can pause the video, go get dressed, and then meet me right back here. We're going to start with a quick 5-minute warm up, and then we'll get right into the workout. All right, so as soon as you're ready, let's get started with our 5-minute warm up. So you're going to begin by just allowing your head to fall towards one shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Your arm is completely relaxed. You're not actively pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. You're just letting the weight of your arm stretch the other side of your neck. So gravity is really doing all the work. We're going to switch sides, so allow your head to fall towards the opposite shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Your arm is completely relaxed. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed also. Don't let them creep up here by your ears. Shoulders down. We're going to do some head rolls next. So you're going to start by allowing your chin to fall towards your chest and then towards the opposite shoulder and back. And each time you roll your head from one shoulder to the other, just start to feel your head getting heavier and heavier. Your arms are loose like a rag doll, and with each roll, you're expanding your range of motion, just allowing your entire torso to kind of fall down in front of you. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So just rolling the shoulders back, make really big circles, exaggerate the movement. You want to really explore your full range of motion, make the circles as big as you can. Next, we're going to do arm circles. We're going to start small with our arm circles, so extend your arms out to the side and start by just making small circles, but gradually as the interval progresses, you're going to start making your circles bigger and bigger until finally, again, you're exploring your full range of motion. Make those circles as big as you possibly can. Now step your feet out so that they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bend your knees and sweep your hands down in front of you. And as you straighten your legs, you're reaching up, stretching as high as you can. And each time you bend your knees, you're expanding your range of motion a little bit more, sinking deeper and deeper into that squat. Now leave your feet right where they are. We're going to lunge side to side. Nice and easy. Now add the arms. So with each lunge, you are bringing your arm across your body, like you're trying to throw your arm across the room. Next, we're just going to march in place. So step the feet into the middle and just march. Knees low to start, but gradually you're going to start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you can towards your chest. Feel a nice little stretch in your glutes. Next, we're gonna do the same thing with a light jog. So just a nice light jog. Knees are low to start, but gradually as the interval progresses, you're going to start driving your knees up, higher and higher towards your chest, until finally you're driving those knees up as high as you can. Next is booty kicks. So with each step, you're bringing your foot behind you. Really try to kick yourself in the booty cheek with your heel. For this next one, if you struggle with balance, you may need to hold onto a chair or the wall for support. If not, you can have your hands on your hips. Transfer your weight into one leg, pick up the other foot and just swing the leg front and back. Nice and loose. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. So you put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the other foot, and just swing the leg front and back. You can start low and then gradually start expanding your range of motion, swinging that leg higher and higher. We're going to switch legs again. So you'll put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the other foot, extend the leg out in front of you, and then bring the leg around and behind you, making a little semicircle. With each semicircle, I'm lifting my leg higher and higher. And for the final two, driving my knee up towards my chest, using my hand to guide it around for a hip circle. Same thing on the other side. So extending the leg out in front of you, drawing a semicircle, bringing that leg around and behind you, lifting the leg higher and higher each time. And for the final two, drive that knee up to the chest, use your hand to guide it around for a hip circle. Finishing with a quick hamstring stretch. So if you want to use the wall or a post like this, or your chair or the arm of your couch, it can make getting into this stretch a little bit easier, a little bit more accessible. You want to keep your back as flat as possible in this stretch so that you isolate your hamstrings more effectively. So using a post or the wall or a chair or some other kind of elevated surface like the arm of your couch maybe, just make it a little bit easier getting into that stretch. But that's it, that's our 5-minute warm up. All right, so now we're all nice and warmed up. Our muscles are loose. I have reset my timer as a stopwatch. So let's go ahead and get right into the workout. Starting down here on the mat with our figure 4 oblique crunches. So come down onto your back, both knees are bent, lift your feet up. And now take one ankle, place the outside of that ankle on the top of your other knee, clasp your hands together behind your head. We are doing 40 reps of this exercise. So we're going to do 20 reps on one side and then we'll switch and do another 20 reps on the other side. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. That's 20. So remember, we're switching legs now. So cross the opposite leg over. Remember that you are continuously thinking about pressing this knee out, press this knee towards that wall over there. And you're thinking not about bringing knee to elbow, but making your body twist thoracically and really work to bring elbow to knee, okay? So as soon as you're ready, 20 reps on the other side. I know it's a tough one, and you guys know me, regardless of what ab exercise it is, I will be crying. So that's our first exercise. Next is mountain climbers. Any variation of mountain climbers you want to do. We're doing 30 reps, but I'm double counting them, so each 2 steps is 1 rep. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. So starting with one knee tucked in towards the chest, you're gonna just jump and switch the position of your feet. Counting each 2 steps is 1 rep, and we're going to 30. So you're gonna count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. What's next? Jump squats or squat jumps. I think I go back and forth. Sometimes I call them jump squats. Sometimes I call them squat jumps. You can do any squat variation you want. So if you don't want to jump, you don't have to. Just remember for your squats, shoulders are back and down. Keep your chest lifted high. And just keep reminding yourself, flat back, weight in the heels. So shoulders back and down, push the booty back. Keep your back flat, keep the weight in your heels as you sink into that squat. And then I'm adding that jump. I'm counting that as my first rep because I don't want to do any more of these than I have to. We're doing 30. So do your best. All right, that's 30. Next is my windmill plus an oblique knee crunch. You can do good mornings instead if you want. Feet wider than shoulder width apart. Arms extended out to the side. And now hinge at the hips. Tap the opposite toes. Lift that knee and crunch. Bringing opposite knee to elbow. Alternating sides with each rep. So windmill, oblique knee crunch. That's 2, we're going 30. Do your best. I got off somehow. I think I did 2 reps on the same side. And I'm gonna call that 20. A couple of quick breaths, and I'm gonna do my final 10 reps of this exercise. Just remember, you're keeping your back flat. If you can't tap your toe without running your back, then you'll tap your knee. I'm gonna do 10 more. I think that's what I did. I did my knee crunch on the wrong side. That's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So remember, it's always the toe that you just tapped. That's the leg that you're lifting for your knee crunch. It's easy to lose track. So you need to stay focused on what we're doing. Now, next is 30 reverse lunges with a leg lift. I'm going to do all 15 reps on one leg and then switch and do 15 reps on the other leg. So I'm not alternating legs with this exercise. You can if you want. I just like the way this exercise flows better when you just keep that foot behind you. And you can just go right into your next rep. So shoulders are back and down, chest is high, abs are tight. Feet are about shoulder width apart to begin with. Step that foot back and come down into your lunge. And now lift that back leg straight up towards the ceiling, squeezing those glutes. That's one rep. Leave this foot right here. We're gonna do another 14. So lunge and lift the leg. That's 15. I like to tap that back knee to the ground. So again, just make sure the movement's under control regardless, but especially if you're tapping that back knee to the ground, you wanna make sure you don't slam your knee into the ground. It might not be a bad idea to do this on your mat so that you have something soft beneath your knee, just in case you do lose control of the movement a little bit and hit your knee into the ground a little harder than you intended. All right, other leg, 15 reps. So step back and lunge, and then lift that leg, squeeze the glutes. That's 1, 2, we're going to 15, do your best. Toe taps. So I'm tapping my toes on my chair. If you want to tap your toes on something lower to the ground, like a dumbbell or a kettlebell or an aerobic step or something like this, a block, you can be down here. The lower your elevated surface, the easier this exercise will be. The higher up your elevated surface, the more difficult it will be. So I'm just using a chair. You can use, again, a park bench. A plyo box would be ideal, but a weight bench would also be great, or a piano bench. The arm of your couch, your coffee table, any number of elevated surfaces will work. Starting with one toe on your surface, you're going to jump and switch the position of your feet. And just like with the mountain climbers, we're going to double count these. So each 2 toe taps counts as 1 rep. And we're doing 30 reps. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. So you're going to count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 20. 25. And 30. There's just 2 exercises left in our circuit. We're gonna do 20 transformers and then 10 push-ups. And that's our first round of the circuit complete. Just taking a little time to breathe. Those toe taps got my heart rate really elevated, so I want my breathing to slow down a little bit. And I want to lower my heart rate just a little bit before I start these transformers. If you need a longer rest break, you can pause the video and come back when you're ready. So these are transformers. We're starting in an elbow plank. We're going elbow plank to high plank, and then high plank down to elbow plank. That's 1 rep. So each time you return to your elbow plank is 1 rep, and we're doing 20 reps. So remember to do your best to alternate which hand is initiating the movement with each rep. As soon as you're ready, here we go. Good job, those are tough. Not as tough as push-ups. And that's what we have to do next, but only 10 reps. Hopefully I can get all 10 done without stopping. I'm dying already. I'm trying to race through that tutorial so quickly because it's so hot out today. Whew. Every second that ticks by, that temperature is just inching up. All right, 10 push-ups. That's our first time through the circuit. So now I'm gonna do my first cardio section. I'm doing 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. It's gonna take me about 5 minutes. So if you don't have a jump rope, you can either skip the jump rope section and just do 3 more rounds of the circuit. If 4 rounds of the circuit is too many for you, you can do 2 more rounds or 1 more round, whatever works for you. If you don't have a jump rope, but you do want to include the cardio sections, I'm just gonna do about 5 minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want. So 5 minutes on the exercise bike or the treadmill or elliptical works great. If not, you can jog for 5 minutes, up and down the steps for 5 minutes, whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be exactly 5 minutes. My cardio sections are not going to be exactly 5 minutes, just plus or minus. So if you are jumping rope with me, remember any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the jump rope. So you're going to count 100 revolutions of the rope. That's one set. We're going to do 5 sets, okay? If you trip over your jump rope, that is fine. You do not have to go back and start the entire set over. Just take a deep breath, leave the trip behind you, and get right back into it. Pick up your count where you left off, okay? Just do your best. All right, when you are ready, here we go. Counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am gonna start this set over since I tripped on rep number 10. If I trip so early in this set, I usually will start the set over just because I'd rather see if I can string together a clean set of 100. So actually, I'm gonna start the set over. Sorry about that. I lied a little. All right, here we go. So counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Ay. Picking it up at 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So that's my first set of 100. I'm gonna do 4 more. I'm gonna do my best to keep my rest breaks in between sets as short as I can. I'm already just dripping with sweat. You can hear how much I'm struggling. So again, keep the rest breaks in between sets as short as you can. Challenge yourself, but they should be as long as you need, okay? All right, I'm gonna zip it so I can conserve some energy and get through these final 4 sets. So here we go, when you're ready, set number 2. It's gonna be one of those days. Set number 3. dying. Two more sets to go. Do not take these long rest breaks in between sets if you don't have to. The jump rope section. I'm gonna do 3 more rounds. I know it's a lot of reps. It's 1,000 reps plus 2,000 revolutions. So again, you can cut it all in half if you want to, okay? Just do this next round with me and then see how you feel, all right? But if you do this next round with me, you will have completed 500 reps and 1,000 revolutions. And that's a great workout. So just make the decision that is best for you. I know it's super tough. I wanted to try to finish it in about 90 minutes. I'm way off pace. I'm definitely gonna be over 90 minutes. So I'll just try my best to keep it as close to 90 minutes as I can. You've already seen everything once, so I'm not gonna be talking you through the exercises as much. So I'm gonna zip my lip. I'm gonna keep the talking to a minimum so that I can conserve some energy and hopefully pick up my pace a little bit. If you need a longer rest break, pause the video, towel off, get a sip of water, and when you're ready to start round 2, come back. Starting with these figure 4 oblique crunches. When you're ready, 20 reps on each side. Realizing I skipped the glute bridge raises in round 1. Fantastic. All right, well, Mistakes happen. So what I'm gonna do, I'll do them this round and I'll do them the remainder of the rounds. And then after round 4 is complete, I'll go back and do that set of glute bridge raises that I missed in round 1, because I don't think I did them. I don't remember doing them. Maybe I did and I just blocked it out. I don't know, I don't think I did them. All right, so 20 reps on the other side. Those are so hard. That's the only exercise that we're doing 40 of though. Next 6 exercise, 30 reps. So starting with mountain climbers, double counted, 30 total reps. With a toe touch, alternating legs with each rep. I am 99% sure that I skipped these in round 1 because I don't remember doing them. So, lifting one leg, pressing the other heel down into the mat, lifting your hips up as high as you can, squeeze those glutes at the top, lower the hips back down with control, and now crunch, tap the toes with the opposite hand. Switch legs, so both feet down. Lift the opposite foot, press your heel into the mat, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, lower the hips, crunch and tap the toes with the opposite hand. Switching legs, so that's 2. We're going to 30, so do your best. understand that I am reading off of a list. It's so many exercises, and I knew this workout was going to be so long and so tough. I knew I wasn't going to be able to remember everything and not make mistakes. So I wrote it all down, and still I managed to skip an exercise the first time through the circuit. It's all right. All right, crunches, mountain climbers, glute bridge raises. Now jump squats. 30 jump squats. Next is windmills, 30 reps. So if you don't need to rest, just move on. Even though the windmills are a recovery exercise, I still feel like I need another 30 seconds before I start them, so. I'm just gonna take a few more deep breaths. I did it backwards again, it's all right. 20. 10 more. That's 30. Okay. Two more exercises of 30 reps. And then we're on to 20 transformers and 10 push-ups. So next is reverse lunges, 30 total reps. So instead of alternating sides, remember for this one, just like with the first exercise, those figure 4 oblique crunches, we're doing half of our reps on one side and then switching, doing the other half on the other side. So when you're ready, 15 reps. That was rep number 12 that I fell out of, so I'm going to redo it. So I'm going to say 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, other leg, 15 reps. I'm incredibly fatigued, and this chair is pretty high, so these toe taps are going to be super tough. Remember that if you're dying like I am already, we're not even halfway done, that the lower your elevated surface that you're using as a target, the easier this exercise becomes. So if you need to start using a lower target, that's fine. And remember, you can also just do high knees instead. All right, so these are double counted. Each 2 taps counts as 1 rep. So whichever foot you're starting with touching your surface, every time this foot hits that surface, you're gonna count 1 rep. So we're going to 30, do your best. Wait, was that 20 or 30? I think it was 30, right? Let's do another 10. Just to make sure, so I don't have the question looming over me for the rest of the workout. This may or may not be an additional 10 reps. But I'm gonna pick up my count at 20. All right, that's at least 30. So to finish out this round, 20 transformers and 10 push-ups. If you don't need to rest, don't rest. Keep moving. And then after you've finished your 20 transformers and your 10 push-ups, if you're doing cardio, you'll do another 5-minute-ish cardio session. If you're not doing cardio, then you can either stop after this round or you can continue on with me. You can skip the next jump rope section and just start round 3 with me. That's up to you. All right. When you're ready, here we go, 20 transformers. This is gonna take me like 2 hours. All right, let's push. That was only 10 for me. Okay, do another 10. That's 20. If you're super strong, go right into your push-ups. I am not feeling the least bit strong today. This is absolutely killing me today. So I need a minute. All right. 10 push-ups. I'm just doing standard push-ups. You can do standard push-ups from your toes or from your knees, or you can do another push-up variation if you want. Any push-up variation is fine. not including the cardio section. That's round 2 of our circuit. We've been at it for almost 50 minutes. So if you want to just call it a day, you have my blessing. You can just say that's your workout for the day. Just make sure you do your bonus burpee and then take a good 15-20 minutes to stretch before you have your shower and eat some lunch, and then you can get on with the rest of your day. If you are doing the cardio sections with me, 5 minutes or so of any kind of moderate pace cardio you want to do is fine. I'm gonna stick with jump rope, 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. That was only my third set. I still have to do 2 more. All right. That was set number 4. Rebecca, you're doing great. I'm sorry I am not on your level today. All right. Just 1 more set. Let's push. All right, that's round 2, including jump rope. We've done 500 reps and 1,000 revolutions of the jump rope. We've been going for almost a full hour. So if that's all you have in you for today, or that's all you have time for today, thank you for joining me. Amazing job. Please make sure you do your bonus burpee, and then please make sure you're taking a good 15-20 minutes to stretch. If you need a quick cool down, use the chapter markers to skip rounds 3 and 4. Skip ahead to the cool down, do a quick 5-minute cool down with me, and then you can do your stretching, have your shower, eat some lunch, and get on with the rest of your day. If you are continuing on with me, maybe you don't have enough stamina to do 2 more rounds, but can you do 1 more round? Can you? I don't know. Can I? We'll find out. All right. So this is it, halfway point. Again, in between rounds is always a good time to pause the video if you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking. Towel off, get a sip of water. Let your heart rate come down a little bit. Let your breathing normalize a little bit. And when you are ready to begin round 3, just come back. All right, I'm gonna scooch down because I tend to travel in reverse when I'm on my back on the mat like this. All right, when you're ready, here we go. Starting round 3 with 40 figure 4 oblique crunches, 20 on one side, and then 20 on the other side. When you're ready, here we go. I know these are hard. Maybe they're just hard for me because of my pathetic abs. All right, 20 on the other side when you're ready. Mountain climbers, 30 reps. Next is glute bridge raises, 30 reps, alternating legs with each rep. If you don't need to rest, just go ahead and get started. I'm taking my time getting up because at this point in the workout, I'm really fatigued and it is getting awfully hot up here. I'm breathing heavily, I'm drenched in sweat. So when you're getting up from a lying down position, especially when you're fatigued, breathing heavily, etc., you want to make sure that you're being very careful and very mindful. So make sure you get up incrementally. Don't stand up too quickly. It could cause you to get lightheaded and maybe fall, and I don't want anyone getting hurt. So take extra care, extra precaution as the workout progresses. And if you're working out in the heat with me, as the temperature rises, just make sure that you're being safe. All right, make sure I haven't skipped anything. 40 figure four crunches, 30 mountain climbers, 30 glute bridge raises. Now, 30 squat, jump, jump squats. Last round I broke these up into 3 sets of 10. That'll be my goal this time. I don't even know if I can complete sets of 10 anymore. My legs are jelly. All right, so 30 jump squats. I'm gonna try to do 3 little sets of 10, the best I can. When you're ready, here we go. That's 20 for me. Have to do 10 more. Tell that to my quads. They're like, make us. Next is 30 windmills. So if you don't need to rest, please just skip ahead a few seconds, get started on your windmills without me. Whatever you need to do. If you don't need these long rest breaks that I'm taking, you don't have to take them. Remember, just go at your own pace. And of course, by that same token, if you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking, pause the video and come back when you're ready. Once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina to continue with good form. So as soon as you're ready, windmills, 30 reps. Other side. I did my crunch wrong. That's 4. All right, focus. I feel like, who knows that SpongeBob meme where he's like, that's me right now. He's like sweating and his cheeks are like puffing out when he breathes. He's like leaning on the wall for support. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. All right. Reverse lunge, leg lift, 15 reps on one leg, then 15 reps on the other leg. When you're ready, here we go. Final 30 rep exercise. The first exercise is 40 reps. The next 6 exercises are 30 reps. And then we have 20 reps, 10 reps, 5 sets of 100. So this is the last of our 30 rep exercises. Doing 30 toe taps. I'm gonna try not to lose count of my reps this time. When you're ready. This is the best part so far. All right. I am just about dead. But we're so close to finishing round 3. Let's push. transformers. Or commandos, or army planks, or plank up downs. I've seen them called so many different names. Whatever you call it. Elbow plank to high plank, back down to elbow plank. One rep, we're doing 20. Do your best. Last round, I also paused here after my first 10 reps. It's not that I can't keep going. I said I'm pacing myself for 20 reps, so I feel it's most efficient for me to pause and rest for a few seconds at the halfway point, and I'll see if I can finish my last 10 reps without stopping. Break it up however you need to, and if you don't need to break it up, then don't. There's no possible way that I could have done all 20 without stopping, so I know I'm gonna have to pause and rest at some point, so I just figure the halfway point is a good place to stop and rest. And I barely had enough in the tank to finish those last 10 reps without stopping. All right. Just 10 push-ups. And then that's round 3. We're getting there. Come on, we got this. That's round 3. Just one round left to go. If you are not doing the cardio sections, just use the chapter markers to skip ahead to section 4, or round 4, I should say. If you are doing the cardio sections with me, plus or minus about 5 minutes or so of moderate paced cardio, the cardio sections are what's slowing me down the most, because my cardio sections are supposed to be taking me about 5 minutes. They're taking me longer than 5 minutes because I am needing to take such long rest breaks. First of all, I'm tripping over my jump rope like crazy today. So that's slowing me down, obviously, but then I'm needing these long rest breaks in between sets. Ideally, I want to take just a few seconds in between sets. So these cardio sections are taking me a lot longer than I want them to. So, like I said, your cardio sections don't have to be exactly 5 minutes. Mine certainly aren't, but somewhere in that neighborhood, all right? You can do exactly 5 minutes if you want. You can do 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want. I'm just doing 5 sets of 100, trying to get it done as fast as I can, but I know it's taking me longer than 5 minutes. All right. One more second to breathe. If you're not ready to start your cardio section, pause, take another minute to catch a hold of your breath, let your heart rate come down a little. When you're ready, come back. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my first set of 100.
So that's round 3, including cardio. Just one more round to go. And we're just hitting the 90-minute mark right about now. So I figured this would take me more than 90 minutes. I was hoping that I could finish it within 90 minutes, but I figured it would probably take me a little longer than 90 minutes. It's gonna take me closer to 2 hours, but just finish up this last round as quickly as we can without sacrificing form. Hopefully I can do 5 clean sets of 100 with the jump rope, tighten up there a little bit, and just see how close to 90 minutes I can keep it. But probably closer to like 150 at least. All right. If you do not have enough stamina for round 4, then again, thank you for joining me. Please remember to do your bonus burpee. Remember, the workout is not officially complete until you've done your bonus burpee. So do your bonus burpee, then skip ahead of the video, do a quick 5-minute cool down with me, and then you can do your stretching, have your shower, eat some lunch, and get on with the rest of your day. If you are continuing on with me, we have just one more round to go. I'm gonna go ahead and take a few more breaths and then I'll get started. So if you need a longer rest break before we start this 4th and final round, you can pause the video, towel off. I probably should have brought a towel out here so I could towel off, get a sip of water or your sports drink or recovery drink. And then once you feel that your breathing has normalized a little bit and your heart rate is at a level that you're comfortable with and you're ready to go ahead and start round 4, let's do this. Mercifully, that is the last rep of that exercise that I have to do today. Okay, carefully getting up, flip over for our final set of 30 mountain climbers. When you're ready, 10. 20. 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Okay, flip back over onto your back for glute bridge raises. And remember, since we skip these, or I skip them, if you were following me, then you skip them as well. We skip these in round one, so after we complete this round, we have to do one more set of this exercise. So this is only our third set of glute bridge raises. So here we go, 30 reps. It's 20, 10 more. That's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, last one, and 30. Next is squat jumps, 30 reps. I just don't want to get up. All right. I know it's hard. This is a tough workout. It's a lot of reps. These are tough exercises, and the heat is not helping. All right, so taking a few more seconds to breathe before I start my squats. If you've been doing squat jumps and you're too fatigued to continue with the jumps, remember any squat variation you want to do is fine. You can just do air squats, just eliminate the jump. That's totally fine. Just 30 reps of whatever squat variation you want to do. All right, when you're ready, I'm gonna try again, just like I did for rounds 2 and 3. So just do 3 little mini sets of 10. switched gears in my brain. I am no longer worried about my time goal. I've switched to just whatever it takes to get the reps done one way or another. I hate jump squats. They just kill me. All right, 10 more. We're done with that exercise for the day, thank God. Next is windmills. 30 reps. Go ahead and get started on them if you don't need to rest. That exercise is all done. for the whole day. Just 4 more exercises left. So as soon as you're ready, let's get into our reverse lunges. Other leg. Lunges are all done. No more lunges today. Unless you want to. Unless you're meeting up with a bunch of friends tonight for a lunch party. Me, I will not be doing any more lunges today. I've had it. Just 3 more exercises. 30 toe taps, 20 transformers, and 10 push-ups. We got this. My legs are like, do we though? All right. Just do your best. This is so convenient. For when I finish those toe taps. And I just need to collapse. All right. We're so close. Let's keep pushing. Transformers, 10 push-ups, Don't rest if you don't need to. I just have absolutely nothing left in the tank, and I need to take a minute to breathe. So I'm going to, again, just try to do my first 10 reps of transformers before stopping to rest. I know I can't do all 20 without stopping, so I'm going to make it my goal to get to the halfway point before I have to stop and rest. Oh, that breeze feels heavenly. All right. When you're ready, here we go. That's 10. In round 3, I barely made it through my second half without stopping. It was everything I had to complete those final 10 reps. So I'm gonna try to finish up my last 10 reps without stopping, but if I have to pause and rest, I'll pause and rest. I'm gonna get the reps done. It's just 10 more reps, and then we're done with these for the whole day. So when you're ready, let's go. Let's push. Okay. Okay, we made it. Final 10 reps of push-ups. Cardio section, my final 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. But before I do that, I'm going to make up that set of 30 glute bridge raises that I skipped in round 1, because just in case not everybody's doing the cardio sections, then if you also skip this in round 1, then you're almost done, but we just have to make up this final set of glute bridge raises. So let's get these out of the way first, and then all I'll have left to do is my jump rope. All right, so 30 reps. 20, 10 more, let's push. Almost done. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, last one, and 30. So that's round 4. If you're doing the cardio sections with me, we have just one cardio section left, and then we're all done. If you are not doing the cardio sections, you are almost finished. You have just 1 rep left to go. Remember that no workout of mine is ever complete until you have done your bonus burpee. So if you're not doing the cardio sections, go ahead and do your bonus burpee now, and then use the chapter markers to skip ahead to the cool down. Do a quick 5-minute cool down with me, and then you can go have your shower, eat some lunch, get on with the rest of your day. We are at 1 hour and 58 minutes. This is going to end up taking me over 2 hours, but it's okay. I'm just so happy that we're almost finished. This was so tough. So all we have left to go is 5 more sets of 100 with the jump rope. I know this is going to be torture to get through. I know I'm going to be struggling like crazy. I want to minimize the amount of tripping that I do over my jump rope. It's going to be hard because I'm very fatigued. It's going to be hard to get my feet up and over the rope. So I'm going to do my best, but I can increase my chances of making this a little bit cleaner if I take a little bit longer rest break. So, all right, legs are jelly. I don't think a few more breaths is really gonna help that very much. So let's just go ahead and tackle this final cardio section. 5 final sets of 100 with the jump rope. Okay, I'm gonna step away. Tripping over the jump rope is always frustrating. But when you can't even string together like 10 reps, the frustration can get to me. And it can kind of dictate my mindset. And I want to do my best to not let that happen. So I maybe just need to take another minute to rest. I don't mind a few trips here and there, but when I'm tripping every 10 reps, it's kind of pointless. So putting the rope down, just making kind of a break in my brain, kind of like rebooting. Putting that behind me, and I'm gonna start all over again. Starting at 0. Hopefully I can string together a clean set set of 100, or at least close. I'm needing like a full minute rest break in between sets. This is just brutal. That was only my second set. I have to do 3 more. Let's just take it one set at a time. Only 2 sets left. I know I keep repeating it, but please don't take these long rest breaks if you don't need to. Yes, I just need to. I would love to be taking short rest breaks in between sets of 15, 20 seconds. I just can't. All right, just 2 more sets to go. This time, I'm putting the jump rope down, not because I have any kind of mental break, but because I am so fatigued. I feel like I don't even have the strength to hold onto the jump rope right now. That is like how much I have left in the tank, or don't have left in the tank. All right, but that was my fourth set. My 19th set of the day. So 19 down, 1 to go. All right, when you're ready, here we go. Final set of 100. Until we get to our bonuses. But let's just get this done first. I can even talk. All right, so that ended up taking me well over 2 hours. 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 9 seconds. So obviously way, way, way longer than I wanted it to, but it's just what I had today. You know what? I gave it everything I had. I worked hard today, and at the end of the day, I got it done. I completed all 1,000 reps and all 2,000 revolutions with the jump rope. It was hard, but I did it. We're not quite finished yet. So no workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go, but first, whenever I do a workout that incorporates jump rope, as today's workout did, as so many of my workouts these days do, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with my jump rope. The bonus burpee is mandatory. You must do your bonus burpee. But this bonus round of jump rope is completely optional, so join me if you would like. If not, just take another minute to breathe while I do my bonus set of 100 with the jump rope, and then we'll do our bonus burpee together. But if you would like to join me, we're just gonna do 1 more set of 100. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope, the same way we've been doing for the last 2 hours and 9 minutes and 9 seconds. All right, so 1 more deep breath. Let's hope I can get through this without tripping over Rude Becca. When you're ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 100. right, that's our bonus set of jump rope. So now at long last, we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together. And then the workout will be officially complete. So when you are ready, here we go, final rep of the day. All right, with that, the workout is now officially complete. So let's go ahead and just do a quick cool down together. Just kind of pace around a little bit, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. The main thing is you want to just keep moving, keep the circulation going while you allow your breathing to normalize, while you allow your heart rate to come down a little bit. So let's go ahead and just do a quick shoulder stretch, bringing one arm across your body, using the other arm to pull it in close to your chest. Make sure that your straight arm is completely relaxed and make sure the shoulder is completely relaxed. If this muscle is all tense, you're not going to be able to get the benefits of the stretch. Your muscle needs to be nice and loose and relaxed in order for it to be pliable. And during all of these stretches, you want to make sure that you're continuing to focus on your breath. We're trying to slow down our breathing rate, so long, slow, deep, controlled, deliberate breathing, okay? Shake out the arms. We're going to get the other shoulder, so bringing the opposite arm across your body, using the other arm to pull it in tight towards your chest. Your straight arm is completely relaxed, your shoulder is relaxed, you're focusing on your breath, and make sure you're continuing to move. You want to keep the circulation going, so I always just kind of shift my weight from foot to foot, but you can pace, you can shake out the legs. Just keep moving, keep the circulation going, and keep your breath under control. Shake out the arms again. We're gonna do a quick tricep stretch, so just bending one elbow, and then place your opposite hand on your elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. And make sure that your free hand is completely relaxed. Your fingers should be pointing straight down at the ground. So make sure that this hand is not up here somewhere by your shoulder. Fingers are pointing straight down to the ground. Feeling a stretch in your tricep. Pacing back and forth or shifting your weight from foot to foot. Shake out the legs. And making sure your breathing is nice and deep and deliberate. Other side. So bend the other elbow, place your hand on your elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Really feeling that stretch in your tricep. Fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. Focusing on your breath. All right. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. We're gonna finish with a quick quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can hold on to the wall or a chair for support. You're going to bend one knee, bring your foot behind you, and now reach back with both hands. Grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands and press your heel into your booty cheek. As you are doing this, you are of course focusing on your breath, but you're also tilting your pelvis forward. So kind of tucking your booty underneath you and imagining that you're trying to touch your spine with your belly button. As you do that, you're continuing to press your heel into your booty cheek. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you're going to instantly feel that stretch intensify in your quad. It isolates the quad muscle and makes the stretch much more effective, and it also involves your hip flexor as well. Other side, so bending the opposite knee. Bring the foot up behind you, reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek and make sure that you are tilting your pelvis forward as you do that. So tucking the booty underneath you, sucking that belly button back towards your spine, and making sure as you do that that you are continuing to press your heel into your booty cheek. Feel that nice stretch in your quad and all the way up to your hip flexor. One more breath here. And come out. One last time. Shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms, swing the arms a little bit, and that's it. That is our cool down. But if you feel that you are still breathing kind of heavily and your heart rate is still elevated, just continue to pace around a little more. You can do a little more light stretching. That's a great idea. Just remember that this little bit of light stretching that we do during the cool down does not take the place of a proper stretching routine. It's still really important that you're taking a good 15 or 20 minutes at least to stretch. If you have time to do it right now, this is going to be the most efficient and the most effective time to get your stretching done because your muscles are already nice and warm from the workout. But if you have absolutely no time, that's fine. You can put off your stretching until later in the day. It really doesn't matter what you do for a stretching routine. It doesn't matter when you get your stretching done, just as long as you are taking time to stretch every day. Taking the time to stretch every day is going to help alleviate any muscle soreness that you might be experiencing after the workout. It is also going to help reduce your risk of injury moving forward, and it's going to improve your flexibility and your mobility. So just make sure that if you do put off your stretching until later in the day, remember that your muscles will have gotten cold again, so be sure that you take a few minutes to warm your muscles back up before you jump into your stretching routine. But that's it. That's all I have for you today. So if you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format and how everything fits together, especially since I messed up the first round, if you have questions about any of the exercises that we were doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do these exercises with the correct form, or if you need any further help with beginner modifications, I'm always right here to help. So please just ask. That is going to do it for today. But before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day in honor of my SpongeBob meme in the middle of the workout. The secret code phrase of the day today is, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way till the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? That is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.